he shouted. She just stared at him, uncomprehending, trembling like a startled animal. Come on, run! Finally, the girl snapped out of her daze and gave a fearful nod. Let's just get out of here. Seems like the stupider answer, so let's go with it. Let's just get out of here. The would-be assassin was getting back to his feet as she grabbed the girl by the hand. Run! Without so much as a backward glance, he led her beneath the railway overpass for the Yamanote line. They needed to get as far away as possible, fast. Their best way was to head towards the east side of the station. It was less crowded there. It would be easier to run. Don't worry, you can trust me. Dragging the hesitant girl behind him, he took off through the crowd. Suddenly it dawned on him that he still held the trash bag in the other hand. You know, this thing's gonna be a real pain in my ass. He paused enough just long enough to toss the trash to a garbage bin as they passed by a park, and then took off again. Wow, he's so admirable that he's not even gonna just put it on the ground. Someone shouted from behind, "Stop right there!" Hachi looked back in alarm to see a stranger charging after them. It's one of the guys from the crowd who had run after the Itachi case snatcher. Gotta be kidding me, now he's chasing us? Whoever he was young and fit, and gaining fast. Realizing the girl could never outrun this guy, Hachi stopped abruptly. Shielding her behind him, he turned to face the stranger. Why did you run off? Because you were chasing us. The other fellow eyed Hachi skeptically. Maybe he was a buddy of the man with the cane? Keeping his guard up, Hachi began to back away. Look, just let the girl go. The guy was acting like he knew her. Hachi glanced back, but the girl only shook her head, wide-eyed. The other man's posture shifted, preparing to lunge. But as Hachi braced himself for a scuffle, something came crashing down upon the stranger's head. Gah! His eyes wobbled and spun in their sockets, and he collapsed in a heap on the ground. And there, standing behind him, was the girl he'd helped out earlier, the one he'd saved from the hustlers. That girl from this morning. Are you okay? Next to the fallen pursuer's form was a rather thick book. He nodded towards it. He looked dangerous, so I just threw that at him. Oh yeah, thank you. This saves my bacon, big time. It's the least I could do after the way you helped me earlier. Sure thing. You should probably get out of here before that guy comes to. Like you said, he's probably dangerous. Right. He scooped away the heavy book and handed it to the girl, who promptly left the scene. Now we better get out of here. Before we do that, I'm gonna go back and make a different decision, since we're saving. police box. Let's go. Still pulling the girl by the hand, Achi headed for the police box outside the train station. But it was empty. There were always policemen staffing these things. Why did it have to be unmanned now? Achi flashed a worried glance behind him and saw the assassin in pursuit like a man possessed. Yikes, this is not good. There was nothing they could do but run. They ran beneath the railway overpass. Don't worry, just trust me, he told her. But first, they sped past a convenience store where an employee was cleaning up the sidewalk. Here, take this, will ya? Hachi tossed over the bag of trash. Huh? Wait, what? This way. They slipped through the crowd and into a nearby back alley. But this way's a dead end, the girl always said breathlessly. Like I said, just trust me. Stopping abruptly, Achi kicked down a wooden plank covering a gap between two buildings, clearing a space that a person could fit through. See? We can get our way through here. In you go. But the girl just stood there, looking terrified. What's the matter? Achi asked. Come on, we gotta hurry. But I... She looked at him as if he too was about to pull a gun on her. He could hardly blame her. After all, he was just some random guy who had turned up out of nowhere. But this was no time for dawdling. The man with the cane appeared at the end of the alley. If they just stood there, he was going to catch them. Okay, sweetheart, hear me out, he said in a rush. My name's Achi Endo. I live in the neighborhood, and I'm not the kind of to stand idly while a girl is being chased by some killer. So please, just trust me. I'll do my best to keep you safe. He hoped the look in his eyes could convince her he was being on the level. For a painfully long moment, the girl nodded her acceptance. Phew. Right, let's start with this. Coca-Cola. Bet this is not a sponsorship. They had paused beside an enormous stack of beverage crates. With a quick shove, Achi knocked the whole pile down, sending it cascading across their pursuer's path. Now that was a close call. The man with the cane was floundering, struggling to get past the fallen crates. My bad, man, Achi called out. Mind cleaning that up for me? The man scowled back at them and fumbled for his gun. Achi flashed him a wave goodbye, then slipped away between the buildings with the girl. Hurrying down a narrow alley, they emerged onto a side street lined with dive bars and clubs. Assuming the man with the cane hadn't given up, he'd probably lie in wait on the path back to the main road. Achi decided their best bet was to try to stay inconspicuous rather than risk getting caught on the move. Guess we can lie low here for a bit, he said. He led the girl to the entrance of a tiny old hostess club. She followed him reluctantly. He flicked the switch inside the front door and a chandelier glowed to life. He sat her down on the sofa beside the counter. She gave him a worried look. He felt a pang of embarrassment as he realized what she must be thinking. No, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not going to try any funny business. Someone I know used to run this place. It's not in business anymore, so I figure we're safe here. Alright then. So we good? We're good. Okay. Well, good. So, how about some introductions? I'm Achi Endo, like I said earlier. You can just call me Achi. I'm Hitomi Asawa. You can call me Hitomi, I guess. With each new word out of Hitomi's mouth, Achi felt his heart sing. She was charming, personable, just about everything about her was captivating. Never met another girl like her. Achi? What? Something the matter? He was spacing out there for a bit. He shook his head to dispel his daze. It's no time to get all starry-eyed. Need to think of some way to keep her safe from the guy who was after her. Look, you can tell me what the heck is going on. Oh, can you tell me? I need to know if I'm gonna help you. Right, okay. I'm not really sure where to begin. Alright. I guess I'll just explain things as they happened. So, last night, somebody abducted my sister. The kidnapper demanded that I make the ransom handoff personally. He told me to stand by the... Oh, hold on. The kidnapper demanded that I make the random handoff personally. He told me to stand by the Hachu of Tsuchiko, Shibuya, at 10 o'clock in the morning to make the exchange, so I did. And this man came by and took the attaché case with the money, and then afterward that other guy with the cane turned up and pointed his gun at me and... Yep, that's what I just did. How much was the ransom, if you don't mind my asking? $50 million yen. Detectives told me that was a typical amount for a kidnapper to ask for. It's plenty, that's for sure. Guess there's good money in that sort of thing. Oh, sorry. Shouldn't have put it that way. I'm an idiot, but okay. I think I get this kidnapping thing. So I'm guessing those guys who chased the guy who took the ransom were undercover cops. No, we can't do that. I can't take this to the police. Why not? He waited for an answer, but no one came. I really appreciate the help, but I should go now. Don't want to cause you any more trouble. I'll figure out the rest of my own somehow. Ooh, to be continued. So that means it requires a jump. The man shot out onto a major thoroughfare, then bolted up a pedestrian bridge. Just where the heck was this guy heading? Halfway across the bridge, the man stopped abruptly. Cautious, Kano stopped as well. Height, roughly 190 centimeters. Age, 30s. Hair, dark brown. Clothing, all black. A moment later, the man flashed a triumphant sneer, and he held up the Akashi case. Before Kano could even stop, it was already too late. The man threw the attaché case down to the roadway below. No! Panicking, Kano peered over the railing. A man on a motorcycle was waiting beneath the bridge. I've been had. Kano bit his lip hard. Damn it. Kano sprinted back down the bridge, hearing the bike's engine roar to life. He had to make it in time. Descending the stairs 4 at a time, he leapt towards the roadway, but the bike sped out of reach and roared away in the direction of Yogi, leaving Kano in his dust. Looking back at the overpass, he saw the man who'd thrown the attaché case running away. He handed the money off to someone else. He's currently on a motorcycle heading towards Yoyogi. His report to Kuze complete, Kano slumped down in dismay. The cops had played right into the criminal's hands. Now the crooks were getting away, and people's lives were in danger. Is there any greater failure for a policeman? Staring off into the distance where the man who'd thrown the case had disappeared, Kano gritted his teeth. To be continued. Why do we have two to be continueds? You've finished reading both characters' stories for the hour of 10 o'clock. In 428, you'll make your way through all of the protagonists' stories in parallel like this. Once everyone has reached the end of a given hour, the next hour can begin. Is that Hideo Kojima? Who is that fourth guy? Welcome to Shibuya is the achievement I just got. Excuse me? This is the end of the tutorial for this part of the story. You can reread previous tutorial messages via the main menu. There's a lot of important info there, so reread it closely. Now 428 has reached the 11 o'clock time block. You have 5 protagonists available. Whose story will you read first? Well, since we don't know these characters, we might as well at least start a little bit with each of the other characters. I'm really curious what the story with this guy or girl is. But I'll start with this person first. Actually, let's just go in order. So let's start with this guy, and then this guy, and then this guy, that guy, and that guy. Be right back, I have to use the bathroom.